tears in his eyes, a book in his hands. Then everything changed. But how did a single book change his life? This is Aryan's incredible story. The city streets were unkind, especially to those who had no place to call home. Aryan, a 16-year-old boy, knew this better than anyone. His days were filled with struggle, delivering newspapers at dawn, washing dishes in a roadside stall, and studying under dim streetlights at night. But despite everything, he refused to give up. His dream was clear. He wanted to be a writer, but dreams, he had learned, came with a price. Life had not been kind to Aryan. He had lost his parents in a car accident when he was just 10. The orphanage where he was sent was overcrowded, and the world outside was even crueler. Many times, he thought about giving up, but every time despair knocked at his door, he reminded himself of the stories he had read, stories where heroes faced impossible odds and still won. If they can, why can't I? He would whisper to himself. One evening after an exhausting day, Aryan sat outside a grand bookstore. The warm glow from inside contrasted with the cold, harsh reality of the street. His eyes wandered over the shelves lined with books. How he wished he could own even a single one. Mr. Mehta, the bookstore owner, had been observing him for weeks. That night, he stepped out and sat beside Aryan. "You love books, don't you?" he asked. Aryan hesitated before nodding. "Yes, sir, but books are for people who can afford dreams." Mr. Mehta's heart ached at those words. He handed Aryan a book. "Dreams are for those who refuse to give up. Take this and promise me you'll keep going, no matter what." Tears welled up in Aryan's eyes. He took the book and whispered, "I promise." From that day, the bookstore became his second home. Mr. Mehta encouraged him, guiding him not just in literature but in life. Aryan wrote at night, crafting stories of hope, struggle, and victory. Years passed. One fateful day, a national writing competition was announced. Aryan poured his soul into a story and submitted it. He didn't expect much. After all, who would care about a poor boy's words? But fate had other plans. One evening, as he washed dishes at the tea stall, a man in a suit approached him. "Are you Aryan?" "Yes," he replied, confused. The man smiled. "Congratulations, you won the competition. Your story will be published." Aryan felt the world stop for a moment. Was this real? Could a street boy's words truly matter? Tears rolled down his cheeks as he ran to the bookstore. Mr. Mehta was waiting, already aware of the news. Without a word, Aryan hugged him tightly. Years later, Aryan stood on a stage, holding his first published book. The title, "Never Lose Hope." The audience applauded, but his eyes searched for just one person. Mr. Mehta, now older, sat in the front row, pride shining in his eyes. As Aryan spoke to the crowd, he saw a young boy in the audience, eyes filled with the same hunger for dreams that he once had. Smiling, Aryan stepped down and handed him a book. "Never stop dreaming," he whispered. "No matter what. Your circumstances don't define you, your actions do. No matter how tough life gets, you always have the power to rise above it. Your struggles are not your identity, your perseverance is. Dreams belong to those who refuse to give up. The world may doubt you, but your belief in yourself is what truly matters. If you keep moving forward, even the most impossible dreams become reality. Hard work in silence creates success that speaks loudly. Keep pushing, keep learning, keep improving. Success doesn't come overnight, but every effort adds up to something greater. One act of kindness can change a life. Sometimes all it takes is one opportunity, one mentor, or one encouraging word to turn someone's world around. Be that person for others and never forget those who helped you. Your pain today is your strength tomorrow. Every hardship, failure, and setback is shaping you into the person you're meant to be. Struggles are not the end. They are the foundation of greatness. Hope is stronger than fear. When everything feels like it's falling apart, hold on to hope. It has the power to turn darkness into light and obstacles into stepping stones. Believe in the power of your story. Aryan, an orphan with nothing but a dream, refused to give up. His struggles only fueled his determination, and in the end, his words inspired thousands. No matter where you come from, your journey matters. The world needs your voice, your experiences, and your courage. Success is not about luck, it's about refusing to quit. The people who make it in life are not always the smartest or the luckiest. They're the ones who never stop trying. Lift others as you rise. True success is not just about personal victory, it's about inspiring and empowering others along the way. Greatness is not achieved alone. Never ever lose hope. Life will test you, push you to the edge, and make you question everything. But as long as you hold on to hope, even the darkest nights will lead to the brightest mornings.